Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Today's video is all about you just joined WW, now what? These are just a few steps that will help you start your journey and be successful in your journey. If you've never met me before or have never watched my channel, I'm Joan. This is Joan's Pointed Plate. I am 51 years old. I have been on Weight Watchers in the past and was always successful, and then kept having babies, and with the last one, I never went back, and that was my downfall. So back in February of 2018, February 13th to be exact, I walked back into a WW studio determined to get the weight off. I was the highest I had ever been and needed to do something. I had a minor health scare. I saw a picture of myself that just completely, So that's when it began. And I had set goals for myself because that's the type of person I am. Not everybody is a goal setter. Sometimes goals hurt people more than they help, but not for me. I'm very competitive with myself, not other people, but with myself. And I needed a goal. And my goal was to lose 50 pounds by my 50th birthday. So February 13th, 2018, I weighed in at 198.2. And by September 9th of 2018, I wanted to be down 50 pounds. Well, I am happy to say that in August, I was down 50 pounds. And then on September 11th, I made my WW goal weight, which was 56 pounds lost and 146 pounds. And then in the end of October, beginning of November, I made my personal goal weight, which was 136 pounds, down 10 pounds from my WW goal weight. And I made Lifetime, and I have been maintaining ever since. I fluctuate anywhere between 132 and usually 136. Goes up and down around there depending on holidays and celebrations and things like that. So I have been wildly successful on WW, and I started this channel because I want to help other people be wildly successful on WW because I think it is the best weight loss plan out there. I think it is the best to lose weight, and I definitely think it's the best to maintain the loss. I think it is definitely a lifestyle that everyone can live with. It's something you can do for the rest of your life. So I decided to make this video for all the people who just signed up for WW and maybe have never done it before, or maybe you have done it before and you just need some reminders. I am in no way associated with WW. These are strictly my opinions and what worked for me. So I have my notes here, and let's get started talking about what we need to do. The absolute first thing you need is the correct mindset. It doesn't matter what weight loss plan or weight loss journey you are going to embark on. If you don't have the mindset to do it, it is not going to happen. And I know from experience because I did try to go back to WW a couple times. Never lasted more than a week or two because my mind just wasn't there. I didn't care. This time I had a whole different mindset, and it definitely showed. And that's okay. If you don't have the mindset and you're not ready, don't force yourself because you're going to make yourself miserable and it's not going to work. You need to sit down and get in that mindset if you can. It might take you a couple months to get into that mindset. It might take you like it did me, a small medical scare and a really, really bad picture, which I will put in or put on my thumbnail or something. Haven't thought that far ahead yet. And I always tell people my videos are very real life. There's usually dogs barking, children walking through, husband calling my name. He's laughing because he heard me do plural. I swear, just you, hun. Like I said, it's always real life around here. So I haven't decided where I'm going to stick those before and after pictures yet. Maybe on my thumbnail, maybe here, who knows. But anyway, mindset. You have to have the mindset. That is the most important thing. If you have the mindset, then you have half the battle won. Secondly, you need to figure out which plan is best for you. WW now has 3 different plans: the green, the purple, and the blue. None of them will help you lose weight faster than any other. It's based on your lifestyle and what you like to do. There is an assessment. Once you sign up for WW, there's an assessment that new members can take to help you figure out which plan is best. The green plan is like the old Smart Points plan. You get a minimum of 30 daily points, and you have a list of 100 0-point foods that you can use. Let me jump in right here and say, for all the plans, 0 points does not mean 0 calories. Let's say on the blue plan, eggs are 0 points. Does that mean you should eat 12 eggs for breakfast or 12 eggs during the day? No, you shouldn't. But they are there if you need a snack, or if you need something a little more filling, or, if you have a piece of French toast for breakfast and you don't feel it's enough, then throw in a 0-point egg. But be mindful that they still have calories. There's my little public service announcement. So on the green plan, you have 100 0-point foods, and you have a minimum of 30 daily points. Your daily points are based on your age, your height, your weight, and your gender. So everybody's points can be different. On the blue and the green plan's great if you need accountability, if you need to track every bite that goes in your mouth. That's what the green plan is good for. Now, that being said, I even track my 0-point foods. I do the blue plan. The blue plan is exactly like the freestyle plan that came out a few years ago. That is the plan I lost all my weight on. That is the plan I have maintained my weight loss on. And that is the plan for me that fits best into my lifestyle. You get a minimum of 23 daily points plus your weeklies. You get weeklies on all the plans. You have a list of 200 0-point foods. Your eggs are 0, your beans are 0, your lean proteins such as turkey breast and chicken breast and fish, all seafood, are 0 points. I love that because I take those 0-point foods like the chicken and I build on them to make a really, really great, delicious recipe. Because I'm going to tell you, I am not baking a piece of chicken and eating it plain. I want a sauce. I want some flavorings. I want, some creaminess, some goodness in it. And that's what those 0-point proteins are great for. You can use your points and you can add on all those delicious things. So that's the blue plan. The purple plan is a lot like the old Simply Filling. It is not exactly like it because on the purple plan, you do get daily points. You get a minimum of 16 daily points. And you have a list of 300 0-point foods. It's the same foods that are on the green and the blue, but they add in potatoes and sweet potatoes and all your ancient grains, your quinoa, your bulgur, things like that are all 0 points. I did dabble in the purple plan for a while and I did fine on it. I lost weight, I maintained weight, I did fine, but I had a hard time going out to dinner on it. One of my favorite things to have is pizza from the pizzeria. And the pizza I like is like 12 points a slice and I like to have 2. Well, that puts me at 24 points, which is fine on the blue plan. I get 23, I use 1 weekly, but it puts me way over on the purple, way over. So yeah, I found that the blue plan works best for my lifestyle, and that's what you have to do. You have to find out what works best for your lifestyle, and you are never ever locked into a plan on WW. If you start on the green plan and after a few weeks decide, I just don't like this, let me try purple, you can absolutely switch, and that's the beauty of it. It is so custom tailored these days to fit your lifestyle. So that's the second thing. You need to figure out which plan is best for you. Speaking of plans, you need to make a plan. You just can't go into this and fly by the seat of your pants. Well, you can, but it's better to have a plan. And by a plan, you need to make it realistic. Everybody can make grandiose plans, but if they're not realistic for your life and you're not going to follow them, plan's as good as the paper it's written on. So you need to make a plan that was going to work for you. For me, I plan my meals and my menus. That is very important for me. I did that pre-WW. I planned all my dinners. I always had a weekly menu. Now I do plan my breakfast, lunch, and dinners. Am I always perfect sticking to it? Absolutely not, because we are a very active family and things pop up. So I don't always stick to it. But having that plan, I know that I have those foods in the house that will make me successful. So, if today I have on my menu French toast in a mug, but decide to have eggs and have the French toast in a mug tomorrow, that's fine too. But I find when I plan out my whole days, if we have something special coming up, like let's say we have a party, well, I know that I want to have a very low, like 0 to 2 point breakfast and a very low, like 0 to 1 point lunch. So I have 20 points going into that party at night. And that's what I love about WW, the flexibility of it. So planning for me and for most people is definitely key. And I will talk about this later, but I have a website, www.jonespointedplate.com. And on that website, I have free printables. And I have some different types of menu planners on there that I created. And you can feel free to go and print those out and use them because they do help. So definitely make it a plan. And I also plan my activity. I am an exerciser. Now, I know people that have done WW and have lost upwards of 100 pounds and never worked out a day in their life. And that's fine. You have to do your journey the way you do it. I like to exercise. I like to exercise because my journey was not about losing weight, just about losing weight. It was also about getting healthy. And I feel, my opinion is that to be healthy, you need some exercise. You need some good cardio exercise in there. You need to get that heart rate up at, during the day, and it helps burn calories. So I got back when I started WW, I got back into running again, and I love it. And I also started about halfway through my journey, I started doing HIIT, high intensity interval training. And wow, let me tell you, I have seen such a change in my body. I have seen such a change in tone and definition with my muscles, adding in that HIIT training, that I really, really like it. I don't do anything fancy. I do not belong to a gym. I do not have any special equipment. My favorite place to run is outside, but I run at 4:30 in the morning, so it's not really conducive during Monday to Friday to run outside at 4:30 in the morning because it is dark. And yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. So I do have a treadmill. But with the HIIT training, I use an app on my phone. That's it. It's called 8Fit. It's free. There's paid versions, but I use the free version. I have some little hand weights because you can select exactly what equipment you have and it will tailor your workout to you. So I use that, and I use a Jillian Michaels free app. So you don't need anything special or anything fancy. You just need to get moving. Especially as women, we need it for our hearts, we need it for our joints, and we really need it for our bones. So just try. I'm not saying to go out and run 5Ks like I do. Just go for a walk. 10 minutes, start at 10 minutes, then go up to 15, then go up to 20. Get your heart rate up. You'll be surprised how good you feel. So I always plan out my exercise. I know what I'm going to do, during the week. I know how far I'm going to run and things like that. Am I always perfect? Absolutely not. But you need to make a plan. And with that being said, make a plan, not an excuse. It's so easy to make excuses. I know, because I do it. Like, oh, you know what? We're all off from work today. Let's sleep in and not work out. No, let's sleep in, but let's work out when we get up. It doesn't have to be 4:30 in the morning, but if I don't get up till 8:30, I can work out then. Or, oh, we're going somewhere. I have a meeting at 9 o'clock. I can't work out. Yes, I can. I can get up a little earlier and work out. Make a plan, not an excuse. That is huge, huge. Then have the tools that you need for success at your fingertips. And I think those tools for WW are measuring cups and spoons, because yes, you need to measure out your food. Now, personally, I like to weigh out my food. I'm a weigher. A lot of times with weighing, you get more bang for your buck, and it's also more precise. So invest in a food scale. They are not expensive. You can pick one up at Walmart, Target, or on Amazon for $10. I have a very, very basic one, and as long as it goes, mine goes, I think, to 10 pounds. It measures in grams, ounces, pounds, and I think milliliters, but I never use that. But I tend to measure in grams a lot. I find that very easy to divide and servings and stuff like that, but definitely a food scale. When you eat an avocado, like the app says, a quarter of an avocado, I don't know, is like 3 or 5 points. Well, You know, we have avocados that are this big and we have avocados that are this big. So a quarter of those are certainly going to be different points. But if you weigh out your avocado, 1 ounce of avocado is a lot of avocado for 1 point. So you may be gypping yourself. So definitely weigh out your food. And if you can't weigh it out, definitely measure it. Because let me tell you, I had portion distortion. Yes, that is a real disease. That is a real affliction, portion distortion. And I had it. Oh yeah, that looks like about a half a cup. Oh heck no, it was like a cup and a half. Because that's what I wanted to believe. So definitely weigh and measure your food and get those correct portions and know exactly how much you are eating and how many points you are consuming, because that is important. Other tools for success for me are the menu planner. I need to plan. So that is a huge tool for success. And the foods that you keep in your house are a big need. You know, that's a tool. Your food is your tool. And try to keep the stuff out that's going to trigger you. I have kids. So, I mean, they're older now, but I know that, you know, they like their Doritos and they like their things. But sometimes if I'm having a rough patch where I just want to binge, I'll say, hey, can you take that bag of Doritos up to your room and put it somewhere? Because you're the only one that's going to eat it. And you know what? Don't be ashamed to do that. We're all weak. We all have our weaknesses. So definitely have the tools you need for your success. And those tools can also be a Facebook group. I love my Facebook group that I started. Myself and Denise over at Dish with D on YouTube, we started a Facebook group because we couldn't find one that fit all of our needs. It's a fabulous group. It's linked in the description box below. Go join. And YouTube, find some YouTubers that you like and watch them. And, you know, just be careful what you're watching on the internet, because not everybody tells the truth. And, you know, that stinks sometimes. So just find somebody that motivates you and find somebody that you can relate to and watch them. What's next? The most important one that I feel. Eat what you love and love what you eat. Whatever you eat and whatever you do to lose your weight, you are going to have to do for the rest of your life to maintain that loss. Let me say that again. Whatever you eat and do to lose the weight, you are going to have to eat and do for the rest of your life to maintain it. If you decide that you are going to eat nothing but ground turkey, cauliflower rice, zucchini noodles, you know, stuff like that on your journey, you're going to lose the weight. But then you're going to get bored of that food because you are going to miss the things that you love. You are going to miss a piece of pizza once in a while. If you're a beef girl like me, I love red meat, you're going to miss that. And you're going to miss going out for ice cream with your family and things like that. You need to fit that in on your journey. You need to fit it in because that's a lifestyle. This is not a diet. It is a lifestyle. And you can't tell me you are never going to eat birthday cake again for the rest of your life, or you are never going to eat ice cream again for the rest of your life. You are. So learn early on how to fit it in. Learn how to use your points to fit it in. And I'm not saying every day. I am not saying to eat all 0-point foods for breakfast, lunch, and dinner so you can binge on junk food, because that is not a healthy lifestyle. You need to eat balanced. You need to eat your healthy oils. Yes, healthy oils are points, but that's why you're given points every day, to use them to eat a healthy, balanced diet. You need to eat your complex carbs, your sweet potatoes, and things like that. They're essential for a balanced diet. Your dairy, things like that. That's what you need to use your points on, not crap food. That being said, if I know we have a favorite homemade ice cream place. It is my favorite place in the world. They make small batch homemade ice cream. I used to get a medium, now I get an extra small, and it's plenty. But I give it anywhere between 12 and 15 points, depending on what it is. So if I know that we're going to go there, I will plan accordingly. I will have lower points for breakfast and lunch and dinner so I can fit that in. And that is what you need to learn to do. You need to learn to fit the things in that you love. I can't even stress that enough. I can't. And believe me, if I learned anything on this journey, that's it. It's been almost 2 years for me, and That is the biggest thing I learned. You have to fit it in, the foods that you love, because you're going to have to do it forever. So please, if you take nothing else away from this video, take that away. Nextly, don't believe everything that you read or see on the internet, especially when it comes to foods that are pointed. I'm sorry, I haven't had my first cup of tea yet, and it's sitting here in my hand, and I just need it because I am a tea lover. There are so many sites out there that are so wrong on points. And one of the big things that goes around is this 0 point lemon cake. It is all over Pinterest. I'm telling you right now, if a recipe uses a cake mix, whether it be a regular cake mix or a sugar-free cake mix, it is not 0 points. It is not. A sugar-free cake mix has 40 points for the entire box. So if you're making something in 24 servings, it's going to be 2 points a serving. It's not going to be 0. The big problem that people have is when they put things in the recipe builder, when they go to put that cake mix in, they only put 1 serving of the cake mix. They do not put the entire box in. Hence, it looks like it is 0 points, and it's not, because you're not using 1 serving of the cake mix. You are using the entire cake mix. Sorry, there's kids walking all over the house, and I wasn't sure if they needed me or not. Like I said, real life on my channel. So don't believe everything. Always put the recipes in your recipe builder on your app yourself, just to make sure. And also, different ingredients and different brand names that you use can be different. That's huge. If you use a different brand than someone else, it could change the points. So always, always, always check things for yourself. Please. Can't stress that enough. And lastly, give yourself grace. This is not an easy journey. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to revert back to old habits. You are. You need to give yourself a little bit of grace when that happens, but just a little bit. You need to get back on the wagon. If you have a rough time, a rough meal, don't let that bad meal turn into a bad day. Don't let a bad day turn into a bad week. Don't let a bad week turn into a bad month. And don't let a bad month make you say, forget it, I'm done. Don't. You need to get right back on the wagon. If you have a bad meal, don't say, well, I'll start again tomorrow. No, 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 no. You start again with that next bite that goes in your mouth. You fix it immediately, because fixing it immediately is a whole lot easier than fixing it a day or two down the road. Because I know me, once I would start, it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. So stop yourself immediately and get right back on track. Give yourself the grace that, yes, we all have times like that, but no excuses and no waiting. Jump right back in. It's not easy. It's not, but it's worth it, and you'll thank yourself for it. Remember the why. Remember why you started doing this, because that's the most important, and that will keep you on track. Also, speaking of track. Track every bite that goes into your mouth, especially in the beginning, because let me tell you, you'll be surprised. And when I say every bite, I mean every bite. There's things called BLTs. They're not bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwiches. They are bites, licks, and tastes. And it's amazing how many bites, licks, and tastes that we do during the day. You know, your kid's sitting there and they have a bowl of goldfish. You pop 1 or 2 in your mouth. You don't think anything of it. It's 1 or 2. It's 0 points. How many times are you popping 1 or 2 into your mouth? The next thing you know, you had a full 4-point serving of goldfish, and there's 4 points you lost for the day. That is why you need to be mindful, and that is why you need to track every bite. Now, there are some people who believe in having non-tracking days. If that works for you, that's great. It does not work for me, because I would have no idea how much food I was putting into my mouth. I would have no idea how many points I was using, how many weekly points I was using. That does not work for me. I need to track everything. I track the good, I track the bad, and I track the ugly. Christmas Day, I was negative into my weekly points. I used all my dailies, and I was negative into my weeklies. And that's okay. You know why? Because the day after Christmas, I was right back on track. I was. Yep, and I even banked some points. So you need to track the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have to. And, you know, if you're going to have what they call a cheat day or a binge day or a splurge day, And if that's what you want to do, then do it, but track it. Know what you're eating. Personally, I don't do that. I do have a splurge meal once in a while, and it's usually Tuesday nights because I go to my meeting, and then usually I'm alone Tuesday nights because everybody has something going on here on Tuesdays. So I will get takeout. I will have, maybe a small cheesesteak, or I will have some Chinese food or something like that. But generally, it's well within my points. And if it's not, I still track it because you only track on the days you want to lose. Remember that. Tracking is very important. So I think that's all the advice I have for you if you just joined WW. Can't think of anything else right now. Maybe I will soon, but know that you are not alone. There are millions of us on this journey. And know that I am always an email or a comment on a video away, and I will get back to you. I may not reply to all my comments, but I read them all. I heart them all. And I do reply to every email I get. So please, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell because that way you will know every time I upload a video. If you're new here, I do upload several times a week. I do full day of eating videos to show you what I am eating and to keep myself accountable. I also do grocery haul and meal plan every Friday. I do day in the life things because we are a very busy, active family. I am married to my high school sweetheart. We started dating when I was 15, and in April we will be married for 30 years. We have 2 children. Andrew is 20 and is a sophomore at college. He goes to Mount St. Mary's University in Emmitsburg, Maryland, and he is a Division I athlete. He is on the throws team, on their track and field team. And I have Adam, who is a senior in high school, and he will also be continuing his education at Mount St. Mary's with his brother. And he is also going to be a Division I athlete on the cross country and track and field teams. He is a distance runner. So they keep us crazy busy because they are busy with athletics, they are busy with school, they are busy with a lot of things. My husband and I are very busy with volunteer organizations. We are very busy with our church, and we have a great life. So yeah, we're really busy. I don't remember. Oh, I was just telling you a little about myself. That's what I was. So anyway, I do all those different kind of videos every week. On Wednesday, I do my weigh-in and I do meeting highlights. For those of you that do not attend workshops or meetings, I go over whatever the topic was with you and bring a little meeting to you. So I would love if you would subscribe and be part of the Joan's Pointed Plate family. We have a good time here. And like I said, though, my videos are real life. I do a lot of cook with me's, and there's always an issue during a cook with me. I'll forget to get an ingredient out, or I'm like, oh, I didn't chop up enough of this. And it's a lot of fun, and we have a good time here. I have amazing subscribers who I love dearly. They support me, I support them, and it's a lot of fun. So I will link all of my social media below, my Facebook group, my Instagram, my website. Please go check out my website. I have hundreds of family favorite recipes, real food, delicious food. And I guess that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So good luck on your journey, and please reach out to me. Leave me a comment below and let me know if you did just start your journey or if you're restarting your journey, what plan you're on. If you have any problems or any questions, please reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. I was wildly successful on Weight Watchers and still am, and I just want to help other people. That's all I want to do is help other people. That's why I do my meal plans and my grocery hauls and my recipes. And guys, it's all free. I'll never charge you for it because I just want you to be as successful as I am. So that's it. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic 2020. And I will talk to you all very soon.